I am Massimo Bottura. I'm a chef on Osteria Francescana, and I'm here in Modena in my place, guesting, hosting my friend, and in a secret place. This is the table for my friends. The secret of my success. Waking up in the morning, going to bed in the night. In the meantime, do what I've chosen to do. This is the secret. Choose your place in the world. Choose what you want to do, and put everything you have in that kind of, idea, dream, projection. An engineer is his machine, an artist and his tools, a chef and the creation, the edible creation. This is the secret of my success. So this is my idea and inspiration, looking back to the 1950 and the movement, artistic movement in which Burri, one of my favorite artists, was involved. Burri, what he was doing? He was burning the canvas. It was very aggressive act on his canvas, and so I got this inspiration of white in a static part in white burned canvas, but instead of using a canvas, I transform the seawater into edible paper that I use as a sapidity for the dish. Then I burn it to give this idea of grill. So you have and the fish I choose is a sole, because sole, the four classic preparations for sole in Italy are empapillote in a paper with Mediterranean flavors like tomato, capers, olives and lemon. Grill, so you have the flavor when you burn, the back taste when you burn the canvas. You have under salt, that is under seawater transport, and alla mugnaia, with mixing a little bit of lemon from Sorrento that you find down the sole, and cream and stuff like that. But I didn't want to use that, so I emulsified salt water with extra virgin olive oil and few drops of lemon to create this acidic sauce to put on the top of the sole. So I found that in one prep you have 4 different preparations of tradition. What we did, we chose the perfect bowl to go and get the contrast between the aesthetic part of the dish with the bowl I was choosing. This is an Italian bowl made by Richard Ginori, hand painted, very opulent and luxurious. What you're gonna see a white gold leaf that looks like foil you use to bake potato or bake oysters. So this idea is an idea to play a little bit of jokes with our historic dishes like Gualtiero Marchesi gold leaf risotto. Instead of using the gold leaf, I use the silver one that looks like foil. So it's exactly when you talk about art and you see the golden era of the background in 13th century paintings with figures on the top, or 1970 Michelangelo Pistoletto was using as a canvas the stainless and steel all shine as a reflector and a mirror. So it's a different way to use light, it's a different way to use materials. So this is like this. And the baked potato is like, these potatoes that are very, very rare. They grow in the hills outside of Modena. So I want to use this kind of potatoes as a little pearl inside an oyster. This is all dream, is imagination. So don't take my words as words, but take as a dream. And oyster inside that are like raw, but with a concentration of water and a flavor that reminds you potato and oyster together. And so it's going to be all about the way to play with words and food. Important thing for a chef is find his own mark. It's the most difficult thing ever, because it's like the artist. You see a painting and you say that's Picasso, that's Damien Hirst, that's Chagall. Exactly in the kitchen is exactly the same thing. Most of the plate, they all look the same, and this is so bad because the chef, instead of looking for their own personality, they're like copying things all around. And so this is not good for especially the young generation. You have to look your own mark, as I do with Camouflage, with Caesar salad, with all the dishes that became evolution of an idea that we had many years ago. So fine art is never real eye if it doesn't stand close to the past and resume all the past. Camouflage is a risotto that actually are 3 different risotto made at the same time and the same moment that reflect the sea, the black one, that was a plate of the year in 2010, the flatland like La Pianura and chlorophyll and the acidity of a green apple, and the hills outside the Modena, so full of in which we found truffles and mushroom, and the essence is there. So the 3 risotto together are so complex and full of flavor that give you the perfect umami in the palate. And the shape we choose and the color we choose is camouflage. There is this idea of a pop aesthetic as Andy Warhol in the 60s that we've developed first of all with an air in the wood, and then step by step in many different colors arrive till back at the original colors of green, brown and black as the air in the wood. So this is Autumn in New York. Is the dish that I create years ago. When I was in New York, I had to cook for an event with Dave Chang, and I didn't know what to do. So I was walking in Union Square Market, and I decided to do something with the aesthetic part of an apple, like the Big Apple, and the stand of the Union Square Market. So I want to express the market, the season. And I think this came out extremely well, because it's like in the moment that I was my movie on Netflix came out, everyone was talking about Splash and Beautiful Psychedelic Veal and Oops, I Dropped the Lemon Tart, and I saw too many copy of that, so I said back to the order. So Express in New York, I want an apple, and I designed an apple. But the Autumn in New York, inspired by the name by Billie Holiday, the song of Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday didn't sing Autumn in New York, always in autumn and in New York. So I said to myself, this is just an idea of Express that, and I'm gonna move that during all the seasons. And this is autumn New York, summer in Modena. And summer in Modena, it's about eggplants, it's about tomato, it's about burrata, it's about basil, it's about all the flavor that it's about grill, zucchini, all the flavor that you're gonna find in the market, transported into the dish. My favorite ingredient. It's a very difficult question. The first in the first impact, I would say balsamic vinegar, tradizionale. Like when you wait 50 years to find the perfect match between woods and nature and a technical acting of reduce the mosto, has to be your favorite ingredients. Or a perfect Parmigiano from the hills in the spring, when the milk comes from the cows left open sky in the deep spring. It's unbelievable. But my favorite ingredients is this culture. This is my favorite ingredients. It's the only ingredients that when I travel I take with me. I don't need balsamic vinegar or Parmigiano to express myself, but I need my brain, my culture. So this is my favorite ingredient. This is a dish I created 25 years ago as an idea and developed during these 25 years with technique that I learned during the time. And it's my first idea was to explain the slowly aging process in Emilia-Romagna. You wait 25 years before tasting a balsamic vinegar or 5 years before a Parmigiano, the perfect Parmigiano. So it's crazy in 2017, but it's like this and it's still like this. So to express this, I choose one ingredient, the Parmigiano Reggiano, and the slowly aging process who change the ingredients in 5 different flavors in your palate, because 24, 30, 36, 40 and 50 months of aging, it's changed the product during this whole aging process, and texture and temperature is just at the end to show that even the chef has a role in this creation. About food and how important is the quality of the flavor, because I'm a chef and my first and my primary intention is to feed you and celebrate with your palate. So the food has to be good. Second is healthy, because after 14 courses you need to feel satisfied, full of flavor. So no fat at all, but extremely deep flavor in a palate. And third, the whole conceptualization behind every dish, that is just a secondary aspect, because we are cooks, we are not artists. But at the end, when you create something and you compress all your idea, your passion, that for me is art, music, food in edible bites, there are also some art aspects on that are extremely important. So please, here we have the Hollandaise sauce with asparagus, but in a totally different way, almost Japanese style, as a flour of white and green asparagus with fresh herbs from the moment, from the season. Then we extract the almond milk from the almond from Noto, Sicily, and we create an Hollandaise sauce, an almond Hollandaise sauce. Then we fermented the lemon from Sorrento, and we create an ice cream of fermented lemon, almost savory, with meringue, crunchy meringue on the top of that. So it's looks like a flower, like a sunflower that is in the field right now, and is exploding and looking for the sun. This is summer, and but actually is made with ingredients that are more classic and usually serve as a appetizer. So my idea is always keep door open for the unexpected, and then you're gonna find something special. So this is the crunchy part of the lasagna. So voila. It's about the sound, it's about the experience of every single kid in Emilia-Romagna has when the grandmother brings the big pan of lasagna on the table, and what it does is enjoying the crunchy part. The rest is for adults, but the crunchy part is the emotional part. So that's why I want to share with you all over the world who comes to Osteria the crunchy part, and this is the emotional part of the lasagna. And this is the perfect ragu, like bolognese sauce, hand chop, and no fat at all, but intense and using technique to concentrate the flavor. And that's a bechamel sauce, very light, plated as a siphon, and the crunchy part on the top to break it and eat with your hands. Enjoy. Pigeon camouflage is the second camouflage that I'm serving you. Totally different from the first one, because this is a camouflage with a completely different aspect on the message that I want to say. Because the pigeon is classic, no? French main course. What are you gonna have? Pigeon, lamb, veal. But in the sauce is extremely open, because the sauce is make you travel all over the world. You have rose, you have peach and vanilla, you have horseradish, you have a rucola salad, you have balsamic vinegar, but even a pigeon juice. And in the leg, you have all the different part of the pigeon that are like grounded and mixed with all the interiors of the pigeon. So you have a deep flavor of the animal, and the breast is covered by the same color of pickles with different shapes. One is mushroom or leaves, of different kind of leaves, but with the same color of the sauces in a pickle way. So the acidity of the pickles, they're gonna clean your palate. But when you look from distance, you don't realize that there's a leg, there's a sauce, and there's a breast. It's camouflage. Pigeon under the sauce. Family. This is my family. We have a very large family, 52 people. Maybe with Francescetta and everything else, it's like much more. Hundreds of people. And Lara is my wife, and Charlie and Alexa are my son and my daughter. But Dennis is part of my family, as Taka, as Davide, as Beppe, as everyone else. And I treat them as family, because this is the secret of success. Build a team as a family is the most difficult thing ever. Now we have Giulio that he needs an operation in his teeth, so he needed. And so I had to call my friend as a doctor, and so who operate him, and now he's home resting, as Davide needs a chiropractor for his back. So I had to call the chiropractor to get Davide in shape for tomorrow. So this is all part of our job, It's not just about the service, it's about everything, and I think this is the main part of our success. Smell.
Yes.
Ah, fantastico. So, this is the way to play, you know, in a very pop way. You see in every movie theater, this. And that's why I call that better than popcorn, because it's much more interesting in a way, in the approach of that. So you're gonna eat and you're gonna feel like the crunchiness, the deepness, the ice cream, the foam, and the things. You know, there are texture, but in a very funny way. You know, because I think it's very important to keep this aspect on ironic aspect on after everything we achieve. And the 3-star, best restaurant in Italy, one of the best in the world, and you know, keep the feet on earth, keep grounded, and play like a kid. You know, this is the way you transfer emotions. The next course is gonna be something like this, out of the blue. It's part of an experiment that I do with all my commis and stagiaires. I ask them, who are you? Do you really know who you are? Because most of the time the answer is not. And they believe they are someone else. So I asked them to express themselves in any way, especially in an edible way, who they are. And this guy said the answer was tiramisu. Of course, Taka and Davide, they organize the tiramisu in a perfect way. But when I tasted, and I taste this preparation from this guy, Edward, from England, who did this tiramisu so perfect, and with the shape and the taste and the things, I said, wow, this is the best tiramisu of my life, made by an English guy, helped by a Japanese and an Italian too, of course. And I was very impressed, and this is the first time I present this to someone. Okay, so you have to be very, very proud of this. Here. Okay? Ok, Taka, mettiti lì. Pronto? Pronto? Here we go. Tiramisu soufflé, made by Head from Monmouth, on the border between Wales and England. Guys, in Osteria Francescana, we are like this. It's a big family, and we let express everyone with what they know and how they feel. Head loves Italy, and he loves tiramisu. And when I ask him, who are you? Who you think you are? Really? Can you tell me? Can you express? He create a tiramisu, but not simple. It's a soufflé that Dennis is serving, and you know, is the best tiramisu of my life, made by Head, a guy from Monmouth, on the border between Wales and England. Everybody talks about building walls in this moment. I don't believe in walls. I believe in breaking walls. I believe in inclusion, not in exclusion. Exclusive, something I don't like. So I think, and that's why we open with Lara and everybody, the soup kitchen everywhere in the world. We create a group of chefs around the world, very interesting, that they share ideas, they get together, and they can change the world. As Joseph Beuys was saying, we are the revolution. So this is the aspect of serving yuzu instead of limoncello, because yuzu in this case is much milder, and so we pick that instead of a limoncello. Sometimes you need the limoncello maybe with some special combination that is totally out of this area, out of Italian state of mind. So it's always been open here, in your mind, your brain, your palate.
Okay, what are you doing, guys?
We're doing the camouflage with 6 different powders on the top. We have 7 rapa powders. We have the topinambur powder. We have a lot of spices, some carbon, and some mushrooms also.
Wow.
Spices, truffle, mushrooms, fresh herbs, burn herbs, Jerusalem artichokes. Then you have the small ice cream bar of foie gras with crunchy almond and hazelnut, and inside a 50 years old balsamic vinegar.
Wow.
And here 3 different types of cherries as a real cherry.
Some topinambur
You
powder.
know.
Voilà.
And who you have here? Here we have a smiley face, even if she's tired, but she doesn't have to express, because this is our job.